Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. It's Sunday. I know a lot of you guys are having a ball, but before we get started, let me do this. To let you guys know that I do not mean any harm. Okay, so I have to put my warning at the bottom of the screen that this is not a video or a live stream about bashing bar girls. That's number one. All right, so now let's go. What's going on? Let me see. What we have in the building. Garrett, what's going on? Good evening, morning to all. I'm the only one in the moderating background. Charlie's a jealous wife will shoot my poets, and I want to see my double nickel plus a penny. I heard that, man. And so, what dummies are out there marrying bar girls? Well, I wouldn't necessarily consider them dummies. This is going to be a PG live stream, all right? Because a lot of people are sensitive to the topic. And why I say that, Eric, I'm not going to call them straight dummies, is because some of those situations do work out. What's going on, George? How you doing? Ice Spin, what's going on? Bar Girls, hell no. James Ray, what's going on, brother? Poised for duty. Said hello, Jane K, and everyone else. And D Web, the fourth, said, what's good, brother Jay? New sub here. Now, this actually, I got two comments about this, right? I made a video like 2 weeks ago, and I was kind of talking about it in the video. And then, two guys posted a comment to me. I'm going to post that comment right now. I'm going to block out their name as well because I don't want to bash anyone at all. Like my videos are not to do that. Like I would never take someone's comment, put their name there, and be like, it was this guy that said it. But also I want to start off by saying there are some situations that work. There are some situations as far as guys get with a ball girl, fall in love with her, love at first sight. And you know what it is? Some guys, and they don't realize it, what happens is some guys, they fall in love with them in the bar. So they'll meet the girl in the bar and fall in love, and you guys are making me laugh, but it's like a love at first sight thing. And it really happens to some guys. And, when I seen this comment, I was thinking this brother really can't be serious, but he is serious. And you know what? It's true. It's true what he said, somewhat true. And to each his own, to each his own. And when he said it, first I'm thinking my wife was all over it. Now my wife is worse than me. She said, "Oh well, no," and she's gonna come on and talk about it later, how she feels about it. Because the thing is some girls feel like they have no choice. They feel like they have no choice. That's all they can do. That's a different situation. Now, say I could say for instance if I was out there and I met a girl that was an ex-bar girl, right? I'm just throwing the situation out there. But she did it because she was kind of forced into it. Not really forced into it, but she was told she would never amount to nothing, didn't have any money for school, and then she did it because her parents, that's what they told, that's all they told her. Like, okay, this is what you do. You want to make money, do this. Because some parents really like that out here. Not a lot, maybe 2% of parents. And it happens. You guys are gonna love what Kay has to say about it. I can't wait to get Kay on, but she's gonna be doing some other stuff in the background. Kay's making food over here. She's preparing the Sunday dinner. Very late. What's going on, Jay Brown? How you doing? Hang Lee. Hey, what happened, Kay? Yeah, we did play games. We relaxed today. He said, according to D Web the Fourth said, according to another YouTuber based in San Carlos, he claims that, and this is his own words, bar girls in the Philippines. Okay. Well, I don't know who you're talking about, but anyway, I don't know what you're talking about with that. But I have a comment here. Let me post that comment so you guys don't get it confused. Let me see. Hold on one second. What comment is getting posted now? Let me change my screen. How do I change the screen? Let me post it here. All right, now this is the comment. Now I'm trying to post my face. As you see here, it says, the brother said, don't discount bar girls as wife material. I'm serious. Many good women work there to find their man. I've met some. I've met many. Some tell me I don't want to work here, but if you want to meet foreign men, this is the best place a sales lady in a store in Manila won't. My answer to that is that's so not true. Okay, that's false right there in itself. Let me bring the screen back to myself. 1 second, so you guys can see. I want to say what the brother said. I get him. I'm not bashing him, but that's totally false. The girl that said that, okay, in the bar, that's like a misleading statement. Like, okay, I'm doing this because it's the only place I can meet them. A Filipina, I think I need to do a video about this too, on how Filipinas that want to meet a foreigner, these are the places they should go. I think maybe I need to do something on Facebook and like promote it to a bunch of Filipinas. You want to meet a foreigner? I think I'll do that when I'm vetting myself. I'm doing my own thing. I have my own dating situation set up, and I think I'll do that because what happens is a woman probably really told him this, right? And he may really believe it to be true. And that's why I can't bash him, But the woman that said that, you have to think my wife was reading that comment, right? And you guys already know my wife and her background, and she was OFW. And the crazy thing is, I've even looked up situations, some OFWs, they go to China, they go to all these places, and they get in sex tourism. My wife went to OFW and she was a teacher. I actually went to her school, so I know for sure. I've seen her live with the kids in the school, but my wife seen that comment and said, "Who does he believe that? Like, who told him that?" And woman probably really could. She be like, a woman probably really told him that, and she probably really feels like that. But I can't bash those guys because a lot of guys come here, right? A lot of guys come here. What's going on, Simply Rocco? Cuz, what's going on? Anything can happen in life, a connection, but you have to be cautious about love always. Yeah, and that's the thing, though. That's the thing. See, this is the situation. This is why I said I can't bash the situation. I know some of you guys were looking at my description going, what is Jay talking about? I said I can't bash it, and that's what I was explaining in the beginning, is because a lot of guys, not a lot of guys, some guys do it, and it actually works. Just like some guys bring Filipinas to the U.S. and it works. I know many. So I can't bash him. He's right in some way when he said it, In some way, the woman may feel like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done with it. She could be totally up to here with it, disgusted, and be thinking to herself, I'll never do this again. I was even looking at articles before the video. Women that have went to China and other places, Japan, and became bar girls. Then they distanced themselves from it. Then they actually end up in marriages. And sometimes you'll find a Filipina or, someone else that's not in that situation. That'd be 10 times worse. So it's really depends on how it happens, and it depends on that woman's mind. But then at the same time, also, you guys already know who it is. We had another brother that met his demise because of a bar girl. You guys remember that situation? I think it was right out of Angeles too. He met his demise because he cut her off. He wasn't giving her as much as he was giving her before. And why that led to his demise? That money situation, money motivation. Okay, didn't change. She still was looking outside of the relationship. That's why a lot of guys fear it. But can it work? Yes, small percentage, a very small percentage. Because at the same time, you know, you get with a woman that's been through that, you're at risk. You're at risk. Because then at that point, that's when I'm lagging. And hold on, let me see. I want to read some of you guys' comments. Let me go back to the top here. All right, so what dummies out here marrying bar girls? Well, no guys are doing it. Hell no. And the guys that do it a lot of times. What's good? What's going on, D-Web before? Thanks for subscribing. Hello, everyone dropping in for a few. Thanks for coming, Dari. Hang Lee, what's going on? Dang, no bar girls. Don't make me throw away my Pretty Woman DVD. Temporary girlfriends. Walter K from Korea. Chat gang. What's going on, Rilla? Mark Richard J. When I get to the Philippines, can I buy a car? Even though I'm on tourist visa. Someone said I won't get a title unless I'm a legal resident, where I have to marry someone. Is this true? Yes. To do that, you would have to have a connection with a Filipino. Like, for instance, me right now, I can get one. But my grandmother used to say, you lose a woman, where you find her. That's true. But in some situations, they'll change. But like I said, the woman that did something to her husband, you guys know the story. This was what, 2012, okay, 2014? The girl that was dating, had her husband here and was dating also a Filipino guy. It was a bugged out situation, and she was a bar girl, and he met his demise. He thought he can take her out of it, but that same mentality came back to harm him, and he met his demise that way. How much of the falling in love at the bar is really the booze? They're going to flirt to get tips, at least in the West. Yeah, and it's true, Dari. And what happens is, the persuasion is so good. The persuasion is so good, where a woman's touching on your arm, she starts massaging you in the bar, you know. She's like, I really want to go home with you. And you really feel that connection because, like you said, you're drunk, then you get them home. And then after the sex, you instantly start thinking, I got to save her. And that's what happens. And that's where guys actually don't realize that they're really thinking with the little head and not the big head. And can I bash them? No, I can't bash them. Mm-mm. Because sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. But for those guys that are like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get you out of here. I'm going to pay you a bar fine. You're coming with me. I have to pay what, 100,000? I'll pay it. Because then right after that, oh, your family needs a new house for your family. Okay. You need to get out of your marriage? You was in a marriage before? I'm paying for you to get out of that too. Of course, $1,000,000 pesos. So what? So now they paid $1,000,000 for a house, 20,000. They paid $1,000,000 to get them out of their marriage. They're paying bar fines. They're paying everything. And then same thing happened with the guy who met his demise with a bar lady, right? Got her out, happy for years. I think he was in Australia. Was he in Australia, Kay? The guy, yeah. Came back to the Philippines. He brought her right back into her. See, in that situation, right? Like how guys say, you can't take them out, and it's really true because, and I gotta post this again, 1 second, because you really can't take them out, and you can't leave them in. That's crazy. You can't take them anywhere. So you stuck really. I would feel that way. Because at any given time, if things are going wrong, what is she turning to? What is she seeing as her way out? She already knows how to use what she got, And at that time, what guys don't realize, what makes it dangerous, is a bar girl is just like having a modern woman a lot of times in the States, And the reason why I give that same example, and I give sometimes with bar girl, I give more respect because at least she's getting paid. You know, and I know I'm talking to somebody out there. At least she's getting paid for it. I know girls in the West that are doing it for free. You know, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you guys the truth. You know, I was a part-time pimp before. I was literally a part-time pimp. And the reason why it was so easy, because these young girls was giving it away. They was stowing it away. And they was banging random dudes in the hood. And I was like, and in my area I lived in, right? It was a bunch of Spanish guys. Like I lived in Spanish City. And it was like, I'm just Spanish guys. So okay. So I've done these dudes over here and come over here and make some money. And they did it. Didn't have to convince them. Wasn't too much convincing. And all my friends I knew was just wanted to hit it. I didn't want to have sex with them girls. I didn't want to have sex with them girls. I remember one time the one girl, she got me in the bathroom, right? My cousin came, he came out to Long Island. She got me in the bathroom because, you know, we were in a hotel and I was going to partake at that moment. This was years after I didn't have them do what they do. With her and my cousin, and then there was another one in there. And then she tried to take it out and stick it in the raw, and it was like, I ended up pushing her on the floor. It almost got violent in there. You know, but these girls, man, let me tell you what happened. And it happens too because I was just watching videos. Like I have another channel I'm reacting to right now. And the things that are happening in the West is nuts. It's starting to happen here in the Philippines too. You know, but you don't see much content on it out here. Trust you me, I'm looking for it. And so now it says, do you know anyone who bought a car and they still on a tourist visa? Well, I don't know. Are all bar girls prostitutes? Pretty much. Pretty much. It's different. It's different. Like I would if a guy got with a stripper in the States, it's much different than a bar girl, even though a stripper could still be bad, you know, because some strippers are turning tricks too. And so Henry said, I think he did it for entertainment purposes. You mean Jay is hilarious and doesn't even realize it. And so anything can happen in life and connection, but you have to be cautious about love always. Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. If you're a dude that slept with 100 women, maybe you don't deserve a nice girl. I don't know about that. If you're a dude that slept with 100 women. What's going on, Matthew McCall? What's going on? Man is cooking up a recipe for disaster.
This is the guy you asked for.
Yeah. Who?
If you can own a car in the Philippines, you can buy a car. It's not land. So
Yeah.
you can do that.
Yeah. Hold on. Financing is available in terms from 1 year to 5 years. You will need the appropriate down payment for the vehicle, 3-year land, transportation, registration. Okay. I didn't realize my membership lapsed. Okay, Simply Rocco. Older guys or guys with zero game are going to go after the low-hanging fruit, the path of least resistance. And this is the crazy thing, Diary. Why that's not an excuse. A lot of it's low-hanging fruit. If you're going to do that, you might as well wait for Filipinos to just run up to you, which they're probably going to end up being girls that are scatterers anyway, sort of like bar girls sometimes, like the ones that are aggressively approaching you. You know, you might as well wait for that. You have a better chance. But still, to what the brother said though, I said, man, I can't bash it, and I can't bash bar girls because some of these girls are in situations where they don't have anything, and that's all they know. That's all they know. That's all that's beaten in their head, you know, and that's all they see as a way out. That's all they see as a way out. The path is Angeles City walking gang. I lost my badge because I renewed under PH account.
No, I put it in already.
Okay.
I put it in already.
So Katie Experience, I think his audio have a little lag. Voice come, then 1-2 seconds later,
It's okay.
let's move. Oh, it's okay now. Okay. I caught up. Looks good now. Video is good here. I put your badge, Simply Rocco. Link said 10-9-8-7-6-5-4-3-2, 11 minutes late. That's cool, man. That's cool. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. I mean, y'all been told this, man. Stop trying to convert hoes into housewives. Otherwise, maybe they're not listening to this music. And that's what it is, Rilla. That's what it is. Because really, really and truly, some guys do. Even some white guys. Like some white guys are up on Snoop and like stuff like that. That was all red pill music, man.
Thanks for the super chat, Matthew.
Thanks for the super chat, Matthew McCall. Like the music that we grew up on when we were young, it was all really red pill music, Rilla. Like the music we listened to. Like we didn't know. It was it was a little bit abusive towards women. Like we don't love them hoes, but you know what? We didn't let them hoes, right? We were being taught that because there were a lot of hoes in the hood when and it was like that since I was young. Since I was 12, there was little girls that was 12, 13, 11 that were already hoes. You know, and they were getting broken in by the R. Kellys. And that's always been a problem. The young girls always been getting broken in by the R. Kellys. You know? And the same thing happens here. This guys, let me tell you what I've seen. Actually, I can't. I may do a video about it. I may do a video about it. And so Matthew McCall's comment said, "Coffee for you. There's no way I would go to the PH to meet a girl at a bar. I'd rather meet a girl in a random public setting outdoors." That's the best thing. That's the best thing. But now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like for instance, and it's somewhat right, but it's so off. Like look who's struggling now. Look who's struggling now. Like woman like Mia Khalifa in the States, right? Also Superhead, right? Superhead was talking all the craziness about her husband, right? I'll pay the bills. I pay the bills. And that's why I said it's kind of like the bar girl situation in a way. But she wasn't a bar girl. She was like a legal prostitute. So was Mia Khalifa. But what Superhead said was, "Oh, you know, I pay the bills, everything. I'm the boss, bi in the house, right?" And then what she would do is, she would turn around and say, "Babe, I gotta go. Lil Wayne is coming, right?" He would kiss her in the lips, say, "Baby, go have fun," right? And she would go sleep with Lil Wayne for the whole weekend, and then come back home, and then he'd kiss her in her mouth again and say, "Welcome back." But you know what happened? That man woke up and left her. And I feel bad for that brother that he had to go through that. He woke up and left her. And you know what happened was the guy that passed from a Filipino bar girl, he didn't see her going bad. Like for instance, he didn't see when he came here. What happened was he came here into the Philippines, and then she was like, you know, dating another guy. She had another boyfriend, and then it was crazy. And she was creeping, and then he started creeping, which was number one no. He stopped getting sex from her, started trying to creep when he should have just left her. And then he cut her off, and then he was gonna end up leaving her, and she wasn't hearing that. And then none of the other guys know the story. Then from there, she did what she had to do. And other situations happen like that too. Don't see that on late. It's always the old school fellas who are fully baked in this Disney mindset who think they can save somebody. Yeah, and a lot of old school fellas know though. They know. A lot of guys. Well, nah, you know what's crazy? Really, I can't say that because a lot of guys that actually went over here in the army, right? They feel they can make them housewives too, and they're old school, like you said. And some of those guys feel like they can make them housewives. And so Deep Parker said you can never turn a hooker into a housewife. I mean, you can. I can't say that because you actually can. You can't, but you can. Because some guys do it and it works. So for guys that have done it and it worked, keep your eyes peeled. That's the thing. Like you always have to have that that negative feeling, you know, it's always gonna haunt you. If it doesn't, it needs to, you know, because what happens is a lot of guys are doing it, and I feel bad for the guys that are doing that and then taking a woman to the States. Now this brother here, I gotta post what he said again. Because one thing he said made a little bit of sense when he said, oh, leave them in the Philippines, taking them to the US, that environment ruins them. So he's somewhat right about that. But then still, I would say I'd rather take a girl to the US than date a bar girl still. You get what I'm saying? I'd still rather take that chance. That's just me. I'd rather take a girl to the US than date a girl in a bar. You know? It's just a better risk. There's more guys that bring girls from the Philippines to the States that are successful than dating bar girls. And still, I can't say that. I have to take that back. You want to know why? I haven't done it. I don't know the statistics on it. I know the statistics. Like it's easy to tell the statistics on the ones that work in the States, but you know, really, you can't really call like girls not gonna say I'm a bar girl and I went to the you know, and I'm married to a foreigner in the Philippines. You know, there's just things you can't find. And so Nicole super chatting. Just reading Gary's comment. Oh, I skipped a bunch of people by mistake. But say what, Jay, brother, this Pookie and Ray Ray and Tyrone and them and Smithers. Yeah, the nerd with game will be a hit once you do this video. It will change souls, my friend. All of them raw dogs, I bet. Yeah, and that's the thing. All of them do raw dogs. All of them do raw dogs. And I feel bad to mention that I took any part in woman selling their body, but I did. You know, and that was the thing, Link, that I remember they was in a hotel, right? And this was this straight nasty. And they were young, so but still they did it. They went raw dog with a client too. But they do that a lot out here, you know, out here. And so Weevil TV said, greetings, Agent J and Agent K. Hope everyone is doing well. Be well and think wise. Grateful for the wisdom. Yes. I will make sure you know, Jay Bugao.
Bugao is like a mama son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was before. I was before, but you know, it's not really hard. It's not really hard. You have to think though, in the States, right? So like there were so many women that were just DTF. You guys know what that means. For no reason, like down to and
Down to Phoenix.
yeah, down to F.
Also,
Like, you know what that is. And
down to father.
shut up, kid. And what happened was it wasn't hard to get a woman to go all the way like that, you know, and that's why there were so many pimps in the U.S. and guys that were successful at it because women were doing it anyway. Aloha had an awesome time in the Philippines and Pattaya, Thailand. It was really fun. Brought my 50th birthday in like a boss. I definitely stimulated the economy. Lots of Panays got to eat, which was kind of stupid. And so the hookup culture in the West is slowly going away to a point. Um, it's not gonna go away, Dari. It's going away for guys. It's not going away for women. Think about that, Dari. So true. So true what I'm saying to you. The hookup culture in the West is going away for most guys. It's not going away for women. You know? Think about that. Could a woman could be fat, right? And still get guys that will have sex with her. There's guys that are putting babies in these women that are super overweight. You know? And but it will always be like that. See, what happens is with the hookup culture, Dari, is so many women want the same man. Like when you look on, and the same thing is probably even happening here. Not with like say if it's an expat dating site, but on a regular dating site, most women choose 10% of the guys. So you find the guys that may be the most handsome in the states, and come across like they have the most money, that will get most of the matches. But you look at a woman, woman gets matches all day from so many different guys. So women will always have their choice. And you'd be shocked that you even find a woman that's not even desirable in your eyes gets many matches. About girls are girls, and about what's the choice? They all have to go. What's the difference? Chicks be on you when they see the Jews. Yeah. And so, watch the documentary Black Widow, murdering her husband for money, murdering her family, full doc, real crime. See how Barbara did. Yeah, that was it. That was it. That's the right thing to look at. That's the right thing to look at. And then there's many other situations where guys, got with them and then they split up with them. These are situations. Some girls go back to the bar. You can't take the bar out of them. And then also situations where women lie. See, some guys don't understand how women can lie. And believe it or not, Filipinas can be the best liars around. And it drives guys crazy all the time. It drives guys crazy all the time. That's one of the things that drives some guys crazy. Sometimes even a regular Filipina that's not a ball girl, right? And they won't necessarily lie, but they won't tell you something, which is still a lie. And it can happen like that. And drive some guys crazy, drive some guys crazy. But let me read some of you guys' comments. Let me see here. So I'm reading the comments all over the place. Yeah, Jammer in the house. Yes, I did Las Vegas bar from 12 to 2. We killed it. Murphy Hayes, what's going on? Tony Anderson, what's going on? Rilla, honestly, it's so true. It's over up here music. Yeah, it is. The music back then, man, it all was. And don't forget about Too Short, man. And Too Short switched it up now. I seen a video where he was saying something about, but the feminists got to him. Did you see the sentence they handed R. Kelly a few weeks ago? You went from hero to zero. Yeah, R. Kelly, in his that documentary was under R. Kelly. What happened with R. Kelly, right? Is R. Kelly, he felt like he was untouchable. In his documentary, he said they should have got me years ago. And he was saying in 2000s when he beat the case, they should have got me years ago, early 2000s. And he said that. And so, the whole America's looking at that going, oh yeah, we're gonna get you. So he was bound to be, that was bound to happen to R. Kelly. Interesting, broken in by R. Kelly's, yeah. Yeah, no, it's true. They were. It's happened a lot, man. It's happened a lot. That actually even happened to my ex. She told me about it. Yep. It happens. What do you think? Young girls all want older men. All girls all want older men. And then older men, what do you think they're gonna do? We have to dangle the carrot in front of their face? Do you know, man? Let me tell you, man. I don't want to say this because rappers. When I was in high school, right? I was in high school, 1998, 1999. They were famous rappers. Lived around the corner from my high school. I didn't want to say their name. I didn't want to say their name. famous rappers from Queens were living right around the corner, and they were banging the high school girls. Yep. And they were well into their 20s. I'm talking about 29, 30, and they were banging all the high school girls. So how are we going to compete? How are guys in high school going to compete with rappers, you know, living up the block from around the corner from the high school? It was like that place was like a R. Kelly hideout. Right, so where are you based now? I'm based in the Philippines. That's why they don't come from the hood though. I know this is mostly YT guys who didn't come from urban backgrounds, who can't see beyond the fallacy and veil that we're told them about. And you know what? That's why I make the videos I do, because guys need to see it more and more and more. Just like we heard the ain't but hoes and tricks. You know what that did for guys when they were younger, right? Think about it. I'm 15, 16 years old, right? And that's when women are in their super prime. So 16, 17, 18, oh man, those little girls are flaming hot. I'm talking about getting all the guys that want. Let me tell you what happened in high school when I was younger, right? It was so wild. These girls were out there just doing so many things that that year it was a high age rate. And then I've even seen people pass, man. I've seen people pass after that. Because, they passed, though, like 15 years later. Because, they don't get you right away. And I've seen one person pass 10 years later, one person pass 15 years later. And I was like, man. But, like, half of the people that gave blood had AIDS. And you know what that was from? It wasn't necessarily from the guys. It's the girls that were dealing with the older dudes out. You see what I'm saying? They were dealing with the older dudes who knows what they were doing, right? Because all girls were doing what? What did they do? They all go for what? 10% of the guys. So all the girls are pretty much banging what? The same dudes. So the dude that was super popular, all the girls were banging him. I'm happy I wasn't in my prime yet with sex. I was having sex, but I wasn't in my prime. I was still that one girl kind of guy. Oh, I got my girl. That was still me. I was still I was still blue pilled out. Let me see. Okay, you gonna join us on live? The craziest part to me is that the middle class women are also open to dating these men, so they could definitely find higher quality women out there. It's beyond me why they choose bar girls. Yeah, and it's true. It's true because there are Filipinos that are looking, so you can find someone. If she's a good woman, you can't check her anywhere. 100, you're live, brother. Thanks for watching, Deion Kelly. Thanks for watching. So, what's going on, brother? Are you a member of the Beef Network? Oh, that would be cool. Greetings, bro. That's for coming on live and posting the videos that you do. Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. And Rilla said she playing like she don't know what it means. She funny. Yeah, I know she knows what it means. I know. See, I'm reading these comments late, so the hookup culture isn't going away. They're choosing to sleep with the top 20% of men. All you have to do is fake it. Go get fake designer and put that snuff in your Tinder. Otherwise, they're easy. Actually, really, not nowadays. Not nowadays, man. These women now, you can't fool them, man. You can have a car with rims. These women are really searching for receipts. And what I mean by receipts is a lot of times some women are getting smart to where they won't even sometimes bang you if they can't see your receipts, if they can't see your social media, if they can't see like proof, they want to say, okay, I want to see the house. I want to see, man, these women out here not playing, man. It's real. Like back then, it's funny. Because I watch other content too, and guys talk about it, man. Guys, these women in the U.S. are detectives now. Don't get me wrong, there's still hook boogers out there. But not even just hook boogers. There's still women that are naive to it. But the baddies, the real bad ones, can't fool them. That's why guys gotta take the plane and go to Brazil, go to DR. Man, DR right now is a hot spot for that. You know, but you definitely can't fall in love over there. And that's crazy. Think about that, right? Guys are falling in love with him here. Go out there in DR and fall in love with one if you want to. Man, let me see. I think I need to. I'm gonna search for a video. I want to post a video for you guys. Actually, I think I'm gonna do it now. And the reason why is because I was looking at a video of Sasua, right? And these women, and the guy said, can you turn a hoe into a housewife in Sasua, right? They was like, yeah, you can. But they didn't understand it really what he was saying. They didn't understand the lingo. So they were like, yeah, you can if you have the money. But they were talking like that, and they were hoes themselves probably, right? And you see videos all the time. Don't fall in love in Sasua, right? Don't fall in love with in Sasua because most of them are working, you know. And it's just like the same thing. Don't fall in love in Angela City, but it's a little different because you probably could. You probably be more safe. You would be more safe falling in love with one here than there. But still, you should compare the two. Okay, I'm out here. Same thing in Brazil. You couldn't fall in love in Brazil. I mean, in Brazil, you can. I'm talking about in certain places where it's known. You know, it's like certain places in Colombia, probably. If it's a host role, you can't fall in love. You know, especially where that's known. So, but yeah, no, true hookup culture is not going away. Who would want to go to PH just to hang at a bar? I'd rather be on the beach or go here or there to check the place out. If you happen to meet a nice girl, then cool. If not, just go back home. Yeah, I know, and that's the same thing. Brother, what's her name was saying? He was saying, he's gonna come to the Philippines, just hang out, relax and chill, just go around and let it come to him. And talk up the woman as he's moving around, and then boom, let it happen. They're making an X work legal in some states to stop the trafficking. Okay, and so D-Web the fourth said, "I'm not going to tell a grown man what to do when it comes to his happily ever after." Exactly. At the end of the day, it's up to him or how he handles the most asked question. So, what did she do for a living? Oh, the girl. Well, the girl, she was a worker. If you're talking about the girl in Sasua, well, most of them doing Sasua. She was a worker, man. She was a worker. And what happens is guys fall in love there and they get broken completely. And it happens even here too. Guys fall in love here with the bar girls and get broken completely. Sometimes it works though. So I can't bash anyone doing it. Just like you have before said. On my dating site I got looking for a rich woman with one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel. Do I need to change this? The reasons why they are choosing the same guys is due to this same male type is promoted to them on a regular through movies and media. Now look at what's promoted. Yeah, it is, but no, women, they usually want the guy that doesn't care how they feel. You know, I know because I was one of them before, and I remember when I was in the States. Right, one time I bagged this gorgeous Irish one that was talking about you know, that milky. Kayla made that face, milky skin, and she had the burgundy hair and everything. Looked straight Irish, but she's one of the most beautiful girls in the area, you know. And all the guys wanted her. All the guys wanted her. The only and she rejected ballers, all of that, right? She didn't care for that. Well, she was a nurse, so she didn't care for that. She liked me because I didn't carry myself like I needed to show what I had, but my confidence was sky high, you know. So when we hung out together, you know, it just happened.
Did you have sex?
We did have sex.
Okay.
We had sex the second time we hung out together.
It's the question, you know.
Yeah. We had sex the second time we hung out together, and my boy, he was like, "Man, how you do that? Like, how you do that? Like, how you get her?" And everybody wanted like, "How you get her?" But my boy knew though. He knew. He was like, "No," because my boy was with me at Puerto Rican Day Parade, and I went to Puerto Rican Day Parade. Had a camera. I gotta find that video. And I'm just walking up to different girls, just bagging them left, right, bagging them left and right, because it was the mouthpiece. And what happened?
Said love.
And I had that going for me too. I was a knucklehead. But let me see. Sounded like an Omicron cough. It's hypergamy. Link. Oh, okay. I see. Rilla was my alias as a dubstep artist. Okay. Too Short already got rich and did his thing, so he can bow to feminists. I did hear him say the new stripper pole in his house hasn't got one germ on it over COVID lockdowns yet. Everyone, don't forget to hit the like. Yes, thanks Tony for the support. Adriano, what's going on? Ruby Doo Bryant, if you know been to the Philippines and know everything you think you know, and rely on whatever instincts you have survived with until now. Meeting Panay in real is the best way to learn girls there. Yeah, it is. It is. And so Rilla said, yeah, my high school years were absolutely crazy. Yeah, young women are still doing the same thing today. They're in college, don't even want their own college peers. They want men in their 30s. Yes. And not too bad, but still, that's been a downfall of women. They've been like that ever since they were teenagers. That's why it's been that way. That's why it's so corrupt. I had a girl in high school I was in love with, right? She was actually my first. Only reason I was in love with her is because I wasn't getting none from nobody else, right? So that's like the same. That's the same comparison. The guys coming here, they fall in love because they're not getting none like that. And George, what's going on? And Matthew McCall said, I was really disappointed when I figured out Too Short as Democrat. Okay. So we're at Penn State. What's going on? At the end of the day, a woman want a man or woman with resources, meaning financial, emotional, and physical. Can you protect the family, provide shelter for the family, and do you love the family? Yeah, that's somewhat true. Men want those resources from a loving woman, not the money, but the woman want the money from us, and that is true. And so Dan Kelly said, just the insight of seeing outside of the USA is freedom. It's sad many men and women are traumatized to the fact that leaving can be fearful. It is fearful. It's scary. It's one of the most scared I've been ever. And I've been in life and death situations, but when I moved out of the US, man, it was scary. Like I had the jitters here in the Philippines for like 2 weeks. Let me send Kate a link. I had the jitters for 2 weeks. I'm sending it now. And I got over it when I seen how welcoming everyone was here. I got over those jitters. I'm sending it right now. Send this to K. And that's the thing. It's going to take that, and then it's going to take for guys to come here. And say if a guy says, you know what, I don't want to date women online, right? And they want to just come here. The guy just has to plant his feet in the pavement and just don't give in to foolishness. Like the brother that came here, I sent it to you. Like the brother that came here, I felt bad for him if it was real, but I don't think it was. I think he wanted it, and ended up with something that could have killed him. You know, and got tricked. But that happens to guys in other ways. They'll come here and then get tricked in other ways. Does Dominican honeys are insecure and crazy? Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. You find some that are insecure and crazy, but you're same everywhere. Woman everywhere. It's like somewhere every. It's wild. Woman everywhere the same. Like you're gonna find good woman everywhere. You're gonna find bad woman everywhere. It's just that in different parts of the world, it's more better than worse. In other parts, there's more worse than better. So it depends on how you want to work out those percentages. I love the work you do, brother. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching, Dion Kelly. And Young D, what's up, brother? Shout out from Canada. What's going on, Young D? How you doing? And so Link and said, and this is why a lot of men are waking up and turning away from those types. Yeah. And that's exactly why I started doing doing content on my other channel again. Because I did one video and I stopped. But now it's like, man, I gotta do more videos. Because men, younger men, don't understand what they're up against. They know now because it's being reported everywhere. It's being reported everywhere. But I want to tell younger men, and even some older men may need to know from the experience of you know really understanding certain situations. You know, and really understanding how broken sometimes women are when they come from these situations. And how if their back is against the wall, you know, all of that love goes out the window sometimes because it went out the window when they turned that way. When they turned to the no triple crab meat and the grits, this go around only butter, pepper, salt, stevia. Okay. And so Dion Kelly said, I'm realizing it's something that's needed at age 30. I noticed that me and my family really rooted here in the U.S. Yeah, it is a blessing to have the heart to leave the U.S. Man, when I left the fear, I didn't tell Kay about it though.
What
What's
is
going
it?
on? Like,
Hi guys. Well, I was uploading some videos on the other
yeah.
channel. That's why I was late.
Hmm.
Okay. You want me to
Yeah.
share my opinion about the
Yeah.
topic?
Sure. Yeah. Talk about it. Talk
So
about it.
guys, I know I'm late, but I'm just in the background. Is my volume is okay because this
Yeah.
headset is broken? Okay. So for me, this is of course you're already matured enough. You can choose whatever you want, and I'm just feeling sad because for me, being a burger is not a choice unless their parents ask them to do
For you
that.
being a
Because
bar girl? For you being a
no,
bar girl?
being a
No, I'm
bar girl,
joking.
no, I'm not a bar girl. I'm never
I'm
gonna be a
joking.
bar girl. I rather sell fish in the market than be a bar girl. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I'm trying to say is for me it's not a choice. I'm not trying to go against the bar girl, but for me it's not a choice because if you say it's a choice, so meaning all of the burgers there they have no choice to be there. I mean, I watched some documentary about the burger. We watched the video before, Jay, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's really sad because this kid is really young. They're like 14, 15 years old, and they're pushing to be a burger already of their parents. And I understand that it's really sad, but not all of the burgers they have a choice. They have a choice, but they still choose that. So what I mean is, I hope they realize that it's better to do hard work. I rather work hard and than get a lot of guys every night and how be with other guys, the other guy the next day and or be a bar girl. So I hope I'm shouting out to all the Filipina, please don't be a bar girl because there's a lot of options. There's a lot of things you can do in life, not to sell your body. Okay, you can cook. If you can cook, you can sell some food. In sometimes I feel like they're doing it because they're trying to run away from hard work. You know,
Mm-hmm.
even though if your parents cannot put you in school, you can do other stuff. You know, and burger will be the last option. But for those who are no choice, I'm really sorry to what happened to you guys, and I really feel bad for you because I know you have no choice, and I hope soon enough you can leave that bar. You know. And anyway, I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of intro. That's
Yeah,
all I
yeah.
can
No,
say
it's fine.
about that. Mm-hmm.
No, it's fine. I think I wanted you to speak on it earlier, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the way you feel about it, and because a lot of Filipinos feel that way too, and a lot of Filipinos don't like it because those places give the Philippines a bad name because a lot of guys come here and look towards that. Like a lot of Filipinos don't like those certain channels that even show it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because it's like, okay, you're showing Philippines in such a bad light, but
It
really know why the
is.
guys are doing
Yeah.
it. They're doing it for the dollars.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They do it for the dollars, and that's all I'll say
So
about that.
for you guys, I suggest if you don't like to date a bar girl, do not go to the bar. But anyway,
Hmm.
that's your options. I'm just saying my
Oh
opinion
yeah,
about it, and
guys do
I
what they
really
want.
feel yeah, you can do
Yeah.
whatever you want, but if you for me, I rather if I'm a guy, I rather date a traditional girl or any girl outside that bar scene, you know, because every day you're gonna be like, oh, what if I go somewhere and I left my girl at home? What if she meeting another guy? You doesn't know. Like there's always doubt. There are always trust issues, and you don't like to have in a relationship with full of doubt and trust issue. It's not
Hmm.
really good. It's like always you get a lot of anxiety, stress. What if like this? What if you should be in a girl that be with you? No what if, no doubts, no trust issue. Anyway, I'll go
Hmm.
to the chat now. Thank you guys for
Yeah.
listening. That's all I
And
can say about that
Mayor
topic.
Penn State said, "People are just afraid of the unknown. You have to trust yourself. Go out and see the world. Don't let people tell
Mm-hmm.
you where you should go. Don't just stay at home your whole life. It's a big world." No, it's true. And the anxiety will come at first, but or it may not. Some people won't feel it, but it'll come. It'll come, and you'll be like, "Man, am I making the right decision? Am I going here?" And then before you know it, 10 years later, like me already, 7 years later. 7 years later, I came in 2015. It's 2022 now. Go figure that.
Yeah, I know.
Came out here not retired. I know a lot of guys probably looked at me like, "What is he thinking? What is he thinking?" And but mess around, be here another 10 years, another 20 years, 30 years. Life is what you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. As Dion Kelly said, that's love, man. Very good information, that for sure. And so Link said the test of a man is to see himself in the reality of what you do to a woman shall be a reflection on his daughters. A man is not a boy or guy type out there among a gender pool. Woman, wake the hell up. Yeah, so true. So true. Adriano said, "Hey, Kay."
Hello, Adriano. Your voice
Mr.
is
K said,
like this or the sound. I think it's too close to the microphone. Like,
"Oh, it is.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yes.
you.
I
Maybe
don't
your
know. Maybe
headphone.
the headset. This headset
Yeah, it could be
is
a headset.
broken. I
Because
think
somebody
so.
would have said that already."
Okay.
And so Garrett said, "Then Jay must have the grandest and biggest heart on here. That damn, I'm looking for my heart or cortisone." And so Dari said there is a big MGTOW movement taking place among the educated men that recognize the games being played by women. Many are focusing on their careers first. And you
Mm-hmm.
know what's crazy is women right now are the most educated. Women are the most educated in the U.S. and also they have the most financial financial debt. Which is
Mm-hmm.
causing a bigger crisis. But the men chose working. It's wild that it happened like that because that's the route I went. Men chose, making money, working harder jobs. It's not a bash on women because there are there are a lot of good women out there. Like if I wouldn't have found Kay, I'm sure I would have found the woman in the U.S. But I would
Mhm.
have been taking a big chance. And it's the crazy thing, right? It's the crazy thing, guys. I didn't go on the Filipino dating site, but you know what was crazy? The dating site I was on, the ones that were showing the most interest were Filipinos. That was wild. It wasn't even a Filipino site, but that's what happened.
Hello, Mr. K, and this is Mrs. K. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. K. He said hello, K. Dari, there is a big MGTOW movement taking place among the educated men that recognize the games being played by women. Many
hmm
are focusing on their career for sorry, you read
Yeah,
that
guys, and
already.
guys, yeah, and I did read it. And guys, that's what guys are doing now, and that's good. Guys need to focus on their purpose. You know, they need to focus on their purpose
Mm-hmm.
because that's all really that matters. Because at the end of the day, think about it. Like there was a TikTok of a woman that said, "Oh, well, honey, I don't care about you're gonna make it. Then you know you're gonna make it, and you're gonna make it in 2 years, 3 years, and you're gonna come up. See me when you make it. You know, see me when you already have when you're the CEO. You know, because I don't want a man with potential." And the woman was saying that, and she was joking, but she was dead serious. That's
Mm-hmm.
how women feel a lot of times. They don't want to see you want to come up. They want to see you when you're already there.
You know
And
what?
but then
That's
when you're already there, right? Then they're still doing wrong, and they still end up divorcing the guy. It's crazy. This happening to guys.
That's why I was telling Jay, because Jay is always watching a lot of videos from YouTubers in US talking about. I was like, why guys is having a hard time dating a girl? Like, why so hard? I mean, it's like most of the blogger, especially in the US, their topic is about feminism on how to get a good girl. It's like, why is so hard? There's a lot of maybe it depends on the mindset of a woman, not only a
No,
Filipina but anyone.
no, okay, it was no the hookup culture. Okay, it's been around forever. It's
Mm-hmm.
been around forever. It was feminism. What happened? Because Kay doesn't really understand what happened was. Okay, this all started from my fathers and grandfathers, like 50s, 60s. Okay, it started like around the time when other movements were happening. Feminism was right there, and they started planting their feet solid. You know, back when people were talking about civil rights and all this stuff. You know, like Martin Luther King days, the Martin days. It was around that time too. It was planting its feet, and then it planted its feet, and then planted its feet in the hippie movement, big time in the hippie movement in the 70s, woo, 60s. It made its mark. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
what happened was that's when the free love started, right? Free love started, and that's when the whole show started, where free love, baby. You don't know about the free love movement. That was hippies. They would do drugs, and then certain guys know they probably were around in those days and have sex with women. It was a great time. But that's when that movement started, and that's when all those movements were coming up, and feminism played its part in it. But it was really to separate man from woman. That it was really done intentionally to do that. You know, pushing excessive child laws. Okay, it was the same thing that I said when me and Kay on Sabbath we were looking at Ellen White, right? At the same time when Ellen White was having her prophecies, you also had the Satanists having the prophecies too at the same exact time, the same year in 1844. And then she brought those ten commandments of of like Satanism was to um separate women from men, you know, to push excessive women rights. It was to push excessive child laws, all that stuff to separate, to take out of school, the Bible out of school. It was a bunch of stuff that was done in there. And it's now it's done. It's worked. It's
Mm-hmm.
worked. It was to make same sex marriage legal. It all worked. All of it's worked. So now it's at the end. And that's why we pretty much ended the world. And that's facts. So it's a Glenn Gibson said, but that's because most men are still mainly attracted to the physical, and some value the physical so much they're willing to overlook character. So true. This is so true, Glenn. You know what was crazy? You know, this was the crazy thing, man. I had to learn. It's what they call penis discipline, right? That's what it is. A lot of guys need to learn that. I had to learn that. I said, you know what? Learn that. I'm not going to just go for the best looking thing ever. Even okay, you are gorgeous, right? But I was thinking I want a woman with values. You understand? Not just beauty. I want a woman with beauty, also with values. Okay,
I was
also a
looking
woman.
for that too when I was
Yeah.
trying to date online, because when I'm in Thailand I was like, I'm afraid to date. I don't know, I don't go to the bar or club in Thailand. So when I was dating online that time, I was like, I want a guy who intelligent and will treat me well. The values is very important to me. It doesn't matter how it looks like. Actually, the face is the bonus for me.
Yeah.
If the guy is
You know
handsome,
what's crazy?
it's
Again,
bonus only for me. But I want guy that's intelligent, and also I want a guy because someone who you can talk whatever and he can
yeah,
relate on what you're talking about. So I said, and also God fearing, that's very important, because also that's come with the values, good values. And because if the guy has a good values, they're gonna treat you well. They're not gonna I was telling JJ when we're dating, my papa never hurt my mama, so I was giving him a hint already that please
hmm.
don't hurt me if we get
Oh
married,
no. Mm-mm.
and the whole time we're married, guys, we're going to 7 years. Jay never slapped me, never hit me. If ever we
Mm-mm.
have a misunderstanding, he just go away or goes and be quiet or something, or me go to the bedroom and I'm just quiet. We don't, no punching, whatever. So I was like, okay. I was
Mm-mm.
telling him already, like I don't like a guy like that, because whatever happened, it's really not good if you hurt a girl, if you
No,
have fight.
the one
But
time I hit a woman, the one time I hit a
hmm
woman was by mistake,
hmm
and I was defending myself. You know, I wasn't trying to like punch her in the face, nothing like that. Smack the hand off and hit her jaw.
hmm
That was it. But
so let's.
Jay Brown said my fiance was working the rice fields when I met her. She has integrity. That's why I swooped her up. You know what's crazy? Nowadays, man, you got a woman working in the rice fields. That's what you need. A woman that can know how to plant, something like that. Ooh,
Mhm.
you got a woman that can do that stuff. You golden.
Hardworking,
Yeah.
hardworking
No, because
woman.
that's where the world is going to. Like
hmm
they're talking all these food shortages and everything. It's not just you know, inflation. Food shortages is happening. Food shortages is happening. That's why it's like, man, as soon as I can, okay, we need to get some farmland, like ASAP. You
hmm
got to talk to your sisters again. Like, look, yeah, we're gonna go back to Manila, but we need we need some land. You know, we need some farmland. Not just
Yeah,
that house. We have that land for our house. That's not a farm. Unless we could buy the farm around it, but we can't.
yeah, it's expensive around that
Yeah,
area. Because my
exactly.
sisters are buying land in the mountain and they're getting it very affordable. The first lot they got for 300 square meters is for 36,000 only
36
pesos.
000.
That was during
30.
pandemic, but now it's
Si-
expensive now though.
Yeah.
They're selling it more, but that time I was
I
like,
was,
what? I think
okay,
200, 200. I'm not mistaken,
I was trying
200
to
for
tell you, Kay.
36,000.
Why wasn't you up on it?
No, I didn't know. They're talking to each other. And then I was so late, and then there's another land they sell. But we're gonna find so we can even plant a banana, even banana. If because if you have a farm, you should choose
I gotta show you
one
guys.
fruit only. Yeah. Anyway, I see you, Glenn. Hope all is great. And Garrett said the
See this
exercise
banana
is in
here?
effect because I am here.
You see these here?
And
We have a bunch of bananas, right? We have a bunch of bananas that came from the sisters' farms. We had
Mhm.
so many bananas. The last time we had so many bananas, we had to give some away to the neighbor. That's the only thing I'm happy about, though, is that when the time comes for the shortages, you know, the farms are close. Like we got family that got farms and bananas and rice, and
Mhm.
we could just go there. But you know, there are a lot of sexual transmitted disease out here. There. Yeah, it is.
And then Machi Makal said, I understand some girls will do it to make fast money for their family. Yes, some girls do that because they think that's the fastest way, and it's really the
Yeah,
fastest way to earn
it
money.
is. It is.
Real talk, for real, that's really the faster way. But is it the respectful way? I rather clean the house. I'm not. I said
Yeah.
to Jay, I don't like to be a maid at all. Like clean a house, but
Mhm.
if that's the last thing I gotta do, I gotta do it because I
Mhm.
rather do that. Or for other girls, I'm not saying only me, but it's better to do that than sell your body. Or
Mhm.
it's really that's what they're doing. They have a choice, but they act like they don't have a choice because that's the faster way to earn money. And
Yeah.
Mr. K, I don't plan to go to the bar like that. That's what Mr. K said. Most escort is that's women nature. It's the world oldest profession. That's correct. We are Penn State. K hit it on the head. Being a barger is hard mentally and emotionally on a girl. But on the other hand, the effort is minimal compared to
Where are you reading,
traditional
kid?
job. Just at the bottom.
Oh,
At the bottom of
okay.
what you read. At the bottom of Glenn, and then above Jen Brown, and then at the bottom of that is you skip it. You skip it. That's why you're already in link comment. Anyway, yeah, we are Penn State. Sometimes that's the easy way. As I said, that's the easiest way out. Instead of do the hard work, I rather give my whole body than sell my body than do the hard work. Because the hard work
Mhm.
doesn't pay a lot, but that hard work that you're doing and making people hard is gonna pay more.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to laugh, okay, but the concept, I'm just laughing on the concept the way I'm saying it.
Mhm.
If the Philippines get rid of burger, how will it affect tourism in the country? From Kenneth Fuller.
It would. It would. It would affect it a lot.
Yeah,
Wait,
because that's
wait,
one of
are you?
the.
Are you at the
Mhm.
bottom, kid?
No, I'm on the bottom of what you read earlier. After J
Okay.
Brown, the rice
Yeah. I see.
field, and then I go up a
Yeah.
little
Yeah. Okay.
bit.
I
I
see.
go
Yeah.
down a little bit.
I see right here.
I'm
Yeah.
in Kenneth Fuller. Uh-huh.
Yeah. That would affect. That would affect tourism big. That's why they can't do away with it.
Yeah.
They can't do away with it. That's why it's
In
pretty
Thailand
much.
is crazy.
Yeah. They can't stop it in Thailand
Crazier.
either.
I was working there, and my cousin said, "Did you go to this bar?" I said, "What bar is it?" Because I never go to the bar at all. Maybe if I go to the bar, I meet a guy already there. But it's like in my religion, I don't. In our, I don't go to the bar at all. As in, I never try to go to the bar. And then he was mentioning about a particular bar in Bangkok, and I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And then they said he's showing their, Jaina there, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know about that," because my cousin is gonna visit. He's a CPA, but he was
Mhm.
teasing me if I visit there before. I said I never see that.
Mhm.
There is crazier, babe. Compare here in the Philippines,
Yeah. I
crazier.
know. It is. I know. I walked up the strip over there with Kay, and it was wild, man. They had all kinds of nationalities out there too. It's even like that here in the Philippines too.
Hmm.
Not by Angeles probably, but probably is. I'm sure it is. I've never been over there, so probably is. Little white woman, Africans, all kinds.
Lebas Obales said the only reason why he's still there is for the balut. And then John Kelly said, Dion Kelly, sorry. Very true. True connection is essential, and traditional women is a blessing for someone who really want to live life in peace. That's
Yes.
true. And Gary said, "Hey Glenn, your name gives me nightmares of this dude in my neighborhood who posterized me with a vicious knee to the to the face. Dunk you ever seen gonads to the chest? How late am I, Gangsta Gummy Bear?
Whole
You're
hour.
late for an hour. 20 push-up. I'm joking. It's okay. Because we always upload it late, like um and it inform you late, guys, because we still sometimes thinking what are the best topic that you guys can share your opinion, and we can
Yeah,
share our
yeah,
opinion as well.
yeah. Exactly. We like to make it interactive where you guys can speak about it,
Because you
and
guys some information about it, or maybe some of you experience it, or you want to share your opinion too, right, baby?
mhm, yes, yes.
And then, okay, guys, I'm gonna skip the comment that you guys talking together. Level of madness said, "No money, no honey." And then D, "So true, Mr. Casey, I'm about to retire," or better said, "Stop working on a job. Target time no more than 7 months." That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You want to read the next one?
I passed it by mistake.
We Are Penn State said, "One of the problems with the perception of Philippines is the bloggers mostly just show the nightlife scene. They don't show the actual country and daily life, regular people and regular society."
You know what
That's
happens though, real Penn State. You know what happens though is if a vlogger started showing the Philippines and showing everything, he would lose money. He would lose money. Let me tell you guys what happens. The Philippines content for vloggers that are expats have been so drowned out to where you guys won't watch if an expat just went around showing. That's like say if I just went around showing Cebu, right? I would have mostly Filipinos watching me. Like that
mm-hmm,
happened before. When I first started vlogging, I was getting 50,000 views, sometimes 100,000 views, and I wasn't making any money because you know what happened? I was making videos that only Filipinos were watching, and my first videos, right? And it happens to a bunch of vloggers, I'm sure. My first videos I made, I was doing videos helping people out, and the views I was getting sometimes 300,000, 200,000, and on those videos I was only making like $30, $40. You know, and the reason why Filipinos are watching it because it's and then if you go around making vlogs about just things in the Philippines, Filipinos are for sure gonna watch it. Expats gonna watch it because they don't feel it has any content to learn. And I get it. I get it. A lot of guys are saying, I want to go over there. I don't know how it is over there. And that's why I changed up my content. I used to make nothing but that content. But I had to change it because it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. It's like I was vlogging for nothing.
mm-hmm.
You know, and then people weren't watching too. Because sometimes I would slip in talking about real content, and then Filipinos just like, I'm not watching that. And I had one guy tell me, "Oh, what happened? We stopped making videos going around and showing the Philippines." And it's like I make videos for expats, and he's unsubscribed from me. But I lost a lot of people that way. I'm about to retire. Better said, okay, you read that already. There's plenty of YouTubers show plenty around the country in Penn State. They are, and they have mostly Filipino subscribers. Like a lot of guys you see that are showing the country around. Like you got guys like Finn Snow, been doing it for years.
Mm-hmm.
Most of their subscribers are Filipino. I remember even when Will Sovich was doing it, right? Most of his subscribers Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all those new guys coming out here getting 200,000 views. It's looking like real good, but the subscribers are Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
They're making the same money as if I was to get 20,000 views. Yeah,
And then we
forget
have
that.
levels of bias said, "There is a very contagious disease women are contracting." Karen Itus. And that's the
Yeah.
Karen right there. Karen. And the
Yes.
link one who said, "Jay, the truth is if there were two Ks on from USA and the other from the Philippines and they met up by chance and talked to each other, do you think they would have anything in common at all?" I don't know what
There
you're
were two
talking about.
Ks.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
with Black
me.
K. Well,
Maybe. I
well,
don't know. Ah,
actually,
he's saying because I will be already influenced in the
hmm
US. I supposed to be
oh
in the
yeah,
US
no,
actually, guys. I supposed to be in
no.
the
K would
US
be different.
because
K would be different. If K was in the U.S., she'd be different. If she would have went out there when she's supposed to be there, how old were you when you were supposed to be there? Okay.
uh 2 days old because I supposed to adopt
Oh
my
yeah,
grandmother, the mother of no grandfather, the brother of my grandmother, mother side wants to adopt me, and then my mother delivered me, and they said, "Oh, because we are sex girls, right? So Papa has two already." And then they said, "Oh, I'm so cute and so fat, girl, baby." And then I was like 2 days old, and then they supposed to get me right away after I was born, right? But they arrived after 2 to 3 days. And then Papa said, "No, I'm not giving you my daughter." My
yeah,
Papa
yeah,
doesn't like to. And I'm happy he didn't because I really want to be, I don't like to be adopted. You know, I will be like, why I'm adopted? I will be different because I will be like, Maybe it
You would have been
depends on
different.
how. But my grandparents, that grandparents we have, is they're really nice. They're also our ninang and ninong in our wedding. But
Yeah, you'd have
I
been
mean,
different.
yeah, I know. So it maybe affect
You
me.
would have been so different. You'd have been so different. You wouldn't even be here talking with me right now. Cause
Yeah,
no,
you
cause
know.
you'd have been one of those because there's Filipinos like this in the states. Oh, it's so poor there in the Philippines, right? Kid, it's Filipinos like that. It's so poor there. Why would he want? What Filipinos said it. They're from the states.
Not
They would come.
all. So
If somebody
some
been in my
only.
live stream came
Hmm.
and saying it. Oh, why would anybody want to go out there? It's like, aren't you Filipino? Yeah, but I wouldn't want to go there. Some Filipinos like that. That would have been K. So then,
Yeah.
yeah, if K, it would have been so different. But K would have been the same.
All right. So Mr. Simple
K's like that
Rocco.
because of her father. K's like that because of her father.
Simple Rocco said, "Okay, it got hard because women now want the high value man, yeah, and nothing else.
Hmm.
When they don't find it, they ask, where have all the good men gone?"
Hmm.
That's a memes too. Not
Hmm.
realizing most men don't hit the top 10%. I
10%.
don't understand.
It's
It's
so
like
true.
it's contentment. Some woman is not contented on, they want more. They want, I want to buy, you want me, I want you to buy me this bag, this stuff, this a lot of stuff. It's no contentment in life. That's the reason girls want the high value man and to show off too, you know.
Yeah, it's true. But what is it doing though? It's ruining society. Look at where we at now. We got women and men at odds with each other. Look at that, right? Men are having to pick up and leave territory, like where they're from. Isn't that a little off?
Mm-hmm.
And you have some people that say, "Oh, it's because they're weak," but no, it's not because we're weak. It has nothing to do with that.
They just want to be
It's
happy.
no, it's not even just that they want to be happy. Men are getting smarter. They're saying because I see discussions all the time on so many channels now where guys saying they're picking up and taking their passports and they're leaving, and not some are leaving for good, some are just leaving to go find something else, and they're bringing it back to the U.S., which they don't know that's danger. They don't know it's danger. Um, but a lot of guys are making an exodus, and certain women understand, and I love it though. I love it when I see those certain women in the states that are watching and saying, "I need to straighten up." Some women are starting to get it out there. Like for instance, when I was showing when I was doing a video, right? When I did the video, one of my last videos, and I had the one girl that was like, "Oh no, woman in the prize," and this, and that, and you had the one girl that like was looking at her friend like, "Shut up! I'm trying to talk to this guy," because she really was like she probably has a chance, you know, and but you know why she's like that? She's talking to the guy, going, she probably listens to the content. Her friend, you
Hmm.
didn't feel that way, kid? Like
Yeah.
that girl probably knows about content like this and probably watches it and goes, and probably sees the error in her ways before, right? And so yeah, I was like that before. I need to relax.
That,
I need to chill. I need to work with a man,
that's
and
why
she
they
has a
should.
chance.
That's why they asked her, "Where have all the good women gone?" That's the next
Yeah.
question because some people said, "Oh, they get married. They already leave the U.S. They're gone." Talking about the men, but I mean the woman is like they're gone. They're married already. They're already happily married, and it's sad though. And somebody say here, every man repeat a story. It's like every man has a story. I see a
Hmm.
YouTuber name like that. Jay, if you ever near Dumaguete, I would like to interview you. You can spend the night at my place, and we can swim in the ocean. My place is 3 bedrooms. From every man repeat a story.
I don't know. I'm scared. I'm joking. He's making a joke because that's where he's from.
Ah, okay. What do you mean?
I think every man has a story to we get there. I think.
Every man has his really different. Every man repeats a story. Is this real?
Yeah, no, he's joking. It's cool though. It's funny.
Everyone
It's
repeats a story.
I'm facing them to get there. It's the, I think it's placing them to get there.
He said we
It's
can swim in
very,
the ocean.
that was funny. That was funny. Now I got a sense of humor. So he caught me with that. I think his place is really. Is that who you
Yeah,
making
yeah,
fun
I
of?
think so.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
probably.
I don't know. Maybe this is a YouTube channel,
No, no, I don't think so.
But I hear a YouTube channel right there. Mr. says he's in love with a stripper. That's a
He's in
song.
love with a stripper. Yeah,
Ah,
he's
okay.
riding, he's rolling, he's rolling. But then at the same time, you still have to say P discipline from Philosopher J. Hell yeah. I got my eye on you, Mr. Mister. He goes away, you put him in timeout. Host my girl and loved here with all my heart. Loved her with all my heart. Being an OTR driver, I almost lost my life in a crash that was not my fault. Wow.
He said, I'm
It's,
listening to Kay speak on what she looked for, but not once mentioned Jay Slick Barry, while lines he used to swore her with charms of Cupid with a touch of swag. LOL, Kay speak on this. LOL. What? I don't understand.
oh no, he's
What?
talking about where I am. She didn't, you
Ah.
know what,
No,
Link, she didn't realize that till I came here.
Link, I want to know what I like about Jay say, how are you, girl? I was like, oh, it's so cute. Like, yeah, how are you, girl? It was like sometimes when I was talking to him, he called me like, girl, hindi naman girl, like gay. Or, the way, like, how do you say that? Maybe I forgot when we talked
But
at first, like,
yeah,
you,
girl.
yeah, it was something like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, I don't know, it's so cute and sexy for me. Yeah, girl.
No, no, she like masculine
Mm.
tones and smoothness, like, and that's how I would talk to her. I would sweet talk her pretty much. She liked me sweet talking her. So yeah, that's what she did like it. Link.
And then I got that meat from Gangsa Gummy Bear. J Bon K had a good father and was raised well, so she knew how to choose a man correctly. Yes, J Bon,
Yeah.
very, very good. I really miss my father, and it's really, really strict, but it's for our good as well, because some of our relative on my father's side, they got married without get they get pregnant without getting married yet. So my
Mhm.
papa was so strict with us because we're all girls, like, make sure you get married first before you get pregnant. So my papa is really strict with that. As long as it doesn't matter who we marry, because he trusts us that we gotta choose the right one, as long as we're not gonna get pregnant before we get married. That's
Mhm.
one of the rule of Papa.
Mhm.
And Macho Maka, I like a girl who's willing to work hard and grind up for hers.
Mhm.
Yes. Gansagami Bear said the only Philippines YouTuber I have seen cover the bar scene is the Philippines is probably Overstay Road. That's Gansagami Bear.
No, there's other ones that cover it every video.
Garth also, I see you, Gansa Grand. What up, dude? Anyway, he's talking to him. Edinoy, is there a problem with banana poaching in your area? What do you mean poaching?
And approaching.
In your area? What do you mean banana poaching, Edinoy?
Uh
Do
huh.
you know what is it? Is Gangsta Gummy Bear? He is
It's about
probably my favorite from
illegal
Gangsta Gummy Bear.
trafficking, illegal trafficking and killing of wildlife, sometimes animals or plant parts, are sold as trophies or folk medicines, and sometimes they are sold as pets or houseplants, with more tigers kept captive. Oh, you talking about like people just taking the bananas? No, I don't think so. Filipinos don't waste anything, man. Filipinos are eating it, but
Mm-hmm. I have Dari now because you guys talking to each other. Dari says it's lazy way to make fast money. They make their choices and John stimulate the profession.
mhm,
Stimulate the profession.
mhm.
Gangsta Gummy Bear. If Thailand got rid of if Thai I think if Thailand got rid of the nightlife scene, Thailand would sink. That's
It will
correct.
hurt
There's a
Thailand,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Because
lot
guys go to
there.
Thailand more for that than the Philip,
Mm-hmm.
way more than the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
That's so famous in Thailand.
They're crazier there. That's why
Hmm.
um my ex-boyfriend, he's Indian, he said, oh, don't go to Thailand because there's a lot of stuff going on there. It's like, yeah, I know,
A
but
lot.
I'm not going there. I don't even know about that. I just want to teach there. So
Hmm.
We are Pensit 76. Don't knock balut until you try it. I know from first hand experience. Still can't believe I ate it.
Yeah, I ate it, but I wouldn't eat it again. And so, Gangsta Bear said a better idea for future stream is we can come up with topics in the chat stream on each stream of that week. Well, Gangsta Gummy Bear, are you in the We could do something like that on the. We could do something like that on the in the back office. Like, say if you're in the a member of the channel, I may do it in Discord. I may do it with a few people in Discord. Like I'll pull up Brona, Tony Anderson, you. If, I think you're there. And a couple of people that's there, and go over some topics to talk about. And
Brona.
we throw some
Sorry,
ideas
sorry.
back and forth, and then we come up with something.
Brona MMLSO and J. Guys, we will be in
What's going on,
Manila by
Brona?
August. In the week of towards the last week of August. So if you guys wanna meet us, you can message Jay or email Jay. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, Brona, if we were able to meet you right away when you first come. If it's, I think he said September, but we'll be back in Manila again on September. So we'll be in Manila every month from now on,
Mm-hmm.
starting next
Mm-hmm.
month. Gang Sagami, watch any content pertaining to Philippines from Gang Sagami Bear.
And
Thank
thanks
you
for the
so
super
much
chat,
for the super
Professor
chat.
Brona. Live your vlog from
Okay.
here and beyond. Prince says hello.
Who's Prince?
The Prince. The Prince of here and
I don't.
beyond.
Okay. Here and
I get
beyond.
Jay.
Prince. Okay. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I'm so
Prince
slow. I
said I
don't
get
even
it,
know
Jay.
that.
Oh no, I skipped. Matthew McCall said there's a guy on YouTube that just walks around filming everything in PH. His name is Larry PH Walk, and there's a bunch of them here that do it. And you know
Yeah.
what's crazy? A lot of them are Filipinos too, and you know what? Those are foreigner views, and it's genius because they're making some serious money. So those Filipinos went from nothing to probably $1 million pesos a month. Some of these
Mm-hmm.
channels make money, make serious money. Not mine. Mine doesn't make that yet, but some other channels do.
And then guards, it's sort of time to release the Kraken myself after this damn pussycats mess. LOL.
Mm.
All right. And guys, you guys saying hello. We are Pensy. I get it, Jay. I was pretty sure that was the reasoning behind it. You need clicks and people just want over the top on the top want over the top material for the most part. Not all people, but enough to make you change content.
Yeah, and not only that, I was making it, and the Filipinos were watching it, and I'm here to make content for you guys, not for Filipinos. So, and I knew enough stuff about the Philippines to talk about it, So I said, Jay, talk about more stuff you know. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about things that guys need to know, and so I did it. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
who better but me? You know, here 7 years, no off and on, just here Planet 7 years. There's some guys will say, "Oh, I've been here for all these years," but then they went and came back years later. So just not all at one time. I don't know, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But here Planet, seen some different situations. Understand what not to get into. Stay clear of that, and so I figured I'd talk about that. What's going on, Brian Oakley? How you doing?
He said, "Is there work in the Philippines? It depends on what
No,
work, but the job is not really paying enough.
wouldn't pay you enough. You can work
It's
in the
better if
call
you bring a
center.
business." Mm-hmm.
You got to bring a business here. You have to bring something here. And so, Gangsta Gambit said you could do contracting work for foreign militaries there in the Philippines. I saw plenty of people that were agents for our merchant ships in the Navy when I was there on ships. Yeah, the work that you can do, uh, Brian Norfleet, like while I'm in the Philippines, I still work for companies in the States. The reason why I do that is so I can still make, you know, over 50,000 a year and not, be in need. Because you make Filipino profit here, you'll be in need. Carinitis is a terrible disease. Lord have mercy.
And then we have Dion Kelly said, "How is the school system there for children in Manila?"
It's
They're
good.
gonna go back to the face-to-face classes now. This is coming August. So it's gonna be it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
The school system is okay. I suggest it's better if you put your kid in a private school. um, for me, that's better than public school. But I study in public school in elementary. But for me, private school is good. It's better, so they will not be influenced by. So it's better for the private school, I suggest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got to post this one. Willie
Hi,
said,
Willie.
flying 8,000 miles to find a traditional Filipino with morals is worth every penny. I heard that.
Willie is the one who get the consultation with Jay. You remember him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
I
Willie.
do.
And then Gang Sigawi Bear said, if your child goes to school in Philippines, they are going to develop pretty differently. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. Semperocco said, it's off, Jay, but I don't mind. It's better to leave the US turning into a pile of shoe. I,
Mm-hmm.
I, I plan on bringing my girl here, then leave after my son turns 21 and retire in PH. Okay.
I heard that.
Willie Abron, I don't know. If you
Mm-hmm.
can find a traditional woman of peace other than a Filipina, tell me my search has ended. Philippines. Hey, I follow everyone repeat the story. Okay, it's legit, Jay.
Oh, oh,
Because there's I know everyone repeat a story. He knows there's everyone has a story. I think this
oh,
channel too. So if ever we're in Dumaguete, if you're a YouTuber, we can meet you and just interview Jay. But maybe we're gonna stay in the hotel because Jay, we don't stay in other people's house.
oh, yeah.
Link 111 came from the moment just before you were handed off to be raised from over here. An angel stepped in and said, no, this cannot happen. Years ahead, there will be Kuya unknown, now known him as Jay. That's from Link. I know Link, right? Everything happened for a reason. Everything happened that we gonna meet. I was telling Jay, if we do this other stuff in the past, do you think we're gonna meet? It's like we really meant to be together,
Mm-hmm.
and the years come. We are Penn State said, this is high value BS is killing me. A hardworking blue collar guy is not high value. High value? A God fearing man is not high value. If you're not a CEO, you're low value. Please. Was their father high value? That's a question. You see it?
Um,
That's below Simperocco.
the high value BS is killing me. A hardworking blue collar guy is not high value. A God fearing man is not high value. If you want to see you, low value. Please, was their father? But yeah, no, that's the thing. But this is how it is, man. And you know what? This is the thing. A guy, say if he's a middle wage, a middle income earner, he can take that and then come over here. He can retire, or he can come over here before he retires. Make it happen, man, and make it happen. I mean, you can do it both ways. You come retire here, you can do it before you retire. I'm living proof on how you can do it before you retire. So it can be done.
And also, it girls just think the high value when the person is earning, 200,000 a year. I mean, they should look on the personality. Of course, the person should be at least can you not the girl will not be the one work for you or you guys work together. It's fine, but I mean, find a guy that gonna be a value with the attitude, not the inside, not only outside. So I hope they do that because I don't know. I cannot change other people, mentality
Hmm.
because it's really sad. So anyway. I got cough a little bit, guys, but this is not Omicron. I have Omicron already last January because I slept less yesterday and I need more sleep. So hopefully I'll be better because we have a reunion. Oh my gosh, I have a reunion this coming Thursday. All right, where are you now, baby? OZ.
Um,
Hello, Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Hello. Simperocco said he's real. He's real
mhm.
though. And then OZ, I don't know how I has to cut PH social. social them. PH honeys were scandalous were themselves and they just sent to me. Should take internet from them. Ah.
Mm.
So he's a legit. A lot of trolls try to clone YouTube channel from John Thomas.
Yeah,
No,
I've
John,
seen it.
he's legit. That's why we don't know. But
Yeah, that's what I know because I've seen it over the years, man.
oh,
I
he's
seen.
really, hello everyone. Repeat a story. We thought because there's some troll copying the other. I know. So he's legit. So we will let you know. We will let you know if we'll visit Dumaguete. We want to visit
I've
Cebu
seen.
and then maybe drop
Yeah,
by in Dumaguete as well. We'll let you know.
I've
I
seen
thought he's
so many
joking.
troll channels in the Philippines. The Philippines was the most atrocious space for expats back in the day. 6 years ago, 7 years ago, doing videos. Woo! K knows the people that hate
Mhm.
you get for a channel. I've had racists. I've had all kind of stuff. All kind of people challenging you. It was the Wild Wild West out here. I don't know if anybody from back then knows what I'm talking about. Just from watching
Yeah.
Philippines content. Woo! It was
I'm
doggy
happy
dog.
it's not like that. It's not crazier like that no more.
It was crazy, and I didn't get sucked into it. I didn't almost did because I was just wasn't gonna do it. But some
But
people
his
try to
channel
set me
is
up.
it's cute though because the other channel is Matthew Maka said every guy has a story. It's a YouTube channel, and he said every man repeat a story. that's a, that's a good title though. Every man repeat a story. He said thank you Rocco, I follow you too. And then he said Brona, I love you. I want to wrestle on the beach with Brona. That's he said. Guys, if you did go to the US instead of being raised in PIK, where in the US were you slated to go? Actually, it's in
California.
California. California, because most of my relative there right now is in California, and she's living there. Um, my father to be, which is my grandfather, died already. So, but they are my ninang. They are our godparents on our wedding. We get them
Mm-hmm.
as our godparents on our wedding. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I think I'm gonna race. Okay, it depends, but still, I don't know. I
She would have
cannot
been raised
say
fine,
right
but
away.
she just would have been so Americanized. I know it. California, okay, Filipina,
Hmm.
California, you'd have been the worst of the worst. You would have been.
I'm I'm happy Papa doesn't give me because I'll be maybe like upset that I was given away. That I
You
was
wouldn't have cared.
adopted.
You'd have been happy. You'd be like, I'm happy I'm not living out there in the Philippines.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, nah, you would have been. I know.
Sometimes I have everything and still like I'm not contented. Who is my parent? In the movie, it's too much drama.
Yeah.
Siyempre ako, the rule of Papa, LOL. Bro na, every man repeat a story. Love you too, bro. Also, bro na, and simple ako, no, every man repeat a story. Taking
Mm-hmm.
your banana without permission, levels of madness. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
said. What about Filipino Cupid from Luke Rogers? Chumaka said poaching would be another way for saying taking illegally. No, this is legal though. That's all
Mm-hmm.
planned. Sometimes they do that. That's why sometimes it's hard to have a farm if nobody is looking on your farm. If you're living here, for example, we're in Calapan and our farm is in Rojas, it's gonna be hard for us because we need to have somebody to look at it because you never know somebody will steal our banana or some stuff that were because that's what happened with my uncle Tito Me. It happened. He plant the whole farm he has. He plant a lot of ginger. So in the time of harvest, it's few left. People stealing the ginger on his farm. So he
Mm-hmm.
stopped doing it.
Well,
He was
is it
upset.
wide open? Is it wide open?
I think it's close a little bit, but it's not like close. You can still go in and get the no. It's not
Oh
like
yeah.
cover up so much. So
Mm.
if there's a way, if there's a will, there's a way. So I'm sure they get it because of that.
Yeah. Yes, guys, and I want to thank you guys for joining the live stream. I gotta
Oh,
wrap
there's
it
a lot
up,
of
so
comment.
I need to relax so I can go to bed.
Let's
Make
just
me
shout
feel
out the
budget.
rest of the people here,
Yeah, yeah.
guys.
Shut up. We
I
gotta do a
can
quick reading.
Yeah,
Let me
quick
go through.
reading here.
So,
All right.
Ozzy said we'll be traveling to BKK in January through Manila.
Bangkok, this Bangkok, right?
Yeah, in January to Manila. I will see if I get a chance to make it to Cebu trip back, but I'm looking to go into Cambodia and Laos. Ozzy's looking to travel the world. What's going
Mm-hmm.
on with the property you wanted to put the house on? Well, it's still there. We're going to we're getting money up to put the house on, but we're going to Manila to do a couple of things. I'll talk about
Yeah.
that, but on another note. But we're gonna
Yeah.
do some investment opportunities in Manila, and then we're gonna come back. And everything takes money, so we're gonna be all over the place. We gotta go get something to make more of an income that we probably use for the house. So yeah,
We're not actually building a house there because we just need a room. So maybe we're building something that earn money as well on that
yeah.
place.
Well, to be honest
So
with you, it's not gonna be a house for us. It's gonna be something like more hotel style.
or maybe apartment. It depends
Yeah,
on the
apartment
budget
style.
because we solve it is too much. It's
Yeah, yeah.
we don't need to have a actual house. Actually, we just need to have a room and have the
Hmm.
business. That's more important. It's
Exactly.
something you can lay down, and you
Exactly. Yeah,
know.
business is always a better thing. We would have a room there, but yeah, it
Mhm.
would be a business. That's what we're gonna do. And so
But the one we're
look
gonna
right.
do in Manila is another business. So actually,
Yes.
people in the members know it already because I put that in Discord. So
Hmm.
yeah, they know what's going on, and
So look right
I
side.
love
I'm
your
just trying to get
channel.
the books by you. Thanks a lot. And so at the K, please explain how the piglet for this lechon is chosen. Is it the slowest one running around, or cat doesn't eat pigs, so she don't know?
I don't. Yeah, I don't
Or do
know.
you
We
know?
don't
Okay,
eat
did you see it
pig.
before? Did you see it before? Because your family never really ate pig like that. Well, maybe your other side of your family. But you didn't eat with them, so you probably didn't see
I
it.
don't like those walking child because there's no talking in them. It can be somewhat cringe from how I see it. Watching someone unresponsive to people talking to them, just filming that is creepy. Yeah, that's true. And no worries, sis BA still holding me here for exams. Let us know, Brona, when you're going to visit. We're gonna visit you in.
Oh,
Maybe we'll be in Manila already. We'll be
Brian, no
back in
fleet.
Manila SEC.
If you want to know, I give consultations to show you how to make money in the Philippines. So contact me.
Is this the same person? Every man has a story, and every man repeat a story is the same person.
No, no, no.
It's different. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. We're just gonna skip you guys and see. Hello, John 55 live. Hello, host and chat from Pattaya, Thailand. Hello. Welcome to the chat room. So guys, we're just gonna check because we're gonna rest also early today, and we will very happy guys for joining us. I will be shouting out for the members next week because my voice is very bad today. I need to get better because of our get together. Happiness
Hmm.
is a room without a roof. A gate saying make true sense. Amen. Okay, guys, I think J&K, have you been to Boracay before? Yes, I spent 5 days there before the pandemic and really enjoyed it. Oh my gosh, we are Penn State. What date? We are in Boracay before pandemic. We were there in November 2019 with my whole family, my sisters, and my mama. For her 60th birthday, we celebrate her birthday there. We bring her in Boracay and we stay there for I think 4 days and 3 nights, right? Maybe 4 days and
Hmm.
3 nights, right?
Yeah, Eric Shepard. He said how much a month is needed to have a decent life in the Philippines. When I first moved out here, I was living with 2,000. You could have 3,000, 4,000, and 3,000. You'll be able to all your habits are met. If you have a food habit, it's met. I met mine with 2,000. You know, and when I first came here, I was a heavy drinker. Well, I didn't wasn't. I started drinking again, and yeah. Dante Ellis, what's going
Oh,
on, man?
Dante Ellis, you're late. What is the new movie that's out right now? Let us know. We're gonna watch it today. I'm joking. And then it was in September 2019. Oh, he went to Boracay in September
Mm.
2019. We
We
went
went right after that.
November.
November, yeah,
November. That's really after before pandemic. We're there,
yeah.
so we actually missed 2 months. We went there on her birthday.
And I think Kate caught COVID out there.
I know. I was
Guys,
sick.
let me tell
I
you,
was sick
Kate
from
Kate
you
Kate caught it
for 1 month, the whole month of
because
January
because
2020.
because I knew Kate caught it because Kate she was like, oh, I got the flu, and we give her
That's why
flu
I'm
medicine.
dying.
She got sicker. She no, you know I knew Kate was like my cough hurts. She's like and she's like I can't cough, and she's like it hurts, and I was like yeah. And then we heard the symptoms of it, right? And I was like,
Hmm.
babe, I think you had COVID. And I said, stop taking. She was taking some flu medicine. I said, stop taking it. I gave her garlic. She felt better the next day. But no, actually, it still took her more time. She had to eat the garlic for like 2 days, and she felt better. I'm an artist. Can I make money with my art in the Philippines? You can, but it would be an uphill battle. But you can do it.
Yeah, actually, you can just do, start with TikTok. If TikTok is not only like, some stuff that girls doing there, you can also sell some stuff there. So maybe start doing showing your art in TikTok, and then maybe some people were gonna buy when you're in the Philippines, but it's not really,
Eric, I gotta talk to Eric about this. Eric, man, you won't have to deal with no racism. Filipinos welcome black people. You'll see when you get here. Just come here and visit. Come here and visit. I think for everybody that feels like they need to come and visit. Come
mm-hmm.
and visit and go to a couple of cities out here, and you'll be like, oh wow, people they really like black people. It blow your mind.
Dante, we watched that already. We watched it in the theater, in movie theater here. The new tour, Love and Thunder movie is
Mm-hmm.
go. Yeah, we watched it already. More, because Dante is always the one who suggests some movie on us. That's crazy. I got sick there for
John
day
five
two.
five
It wasn't
live. How you
COVID.
doing? 555 live. What's going on?
And then every man repeat stories. I'd love to all of you here today. Thank you so much, guys, for being
Mm-hmm.
here. I'll shout you out. We will be in my hometown like this coming week, but we'll be back here in Calapan this Sunday. So we will shout you out. I hope my throat is better already. What's good in Philippines? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Shout out to
guys.
everyone for the super chatter. Before Jay asked me for my last word, this is my last word already. Thank you guys for being with
Well,
us.
well, Brian, email me. I sent my email. You probably didn't realize it. I
That movie
can't help
help
you
boost
come here,
development.
but I can, give you some things you can do.
Yes.
Can you make
And
money
my
teaching art? Very, very little money.
yeah.
Very, very little money. Yeah, but you can make it if
Yes.
you're willing to live like a Filipino. I know a bunch of Africans that are coming here doing it. There are a bunch of Africans here going to school here, working, making Filipino wages, and making it happen. So it can be done.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say thank you guys for the super chatters who give us super chat and support to us. Thank you so much for all the members. Shout out to everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Our moderator who always help us moderate that stream. And also for you guys who's new here in this channel, thank you for joining us. And for the regulars who always here to share their opinion and also share their answer to other questions from other people in that new here. Thank you so much. And that's it. And have a nice Sunday for everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Later. Peace out, guys.